Come on, man! I want to die.
Four small-town boys packed their bags. They were getting ready to hike dozens of miles to find a dead body. This adventure started because of something the fat kid said that morning.
You guys want to go see a dead body?
Earlier, he had accidentally overheard his older brother. A boy from their town who had been missing for 3 days had been found dead. The body was located about 40 miles away from town. Because they had just stolen a car, his brother and the others chose not to report it to the police. When the fat kid Vern told his friends the news, Chris, the leader of the group, suggested they go find the body themselves. They could bring it back. Then they would become heroes in the town. They might even end up in the newspaper or on TV. The other two boys immediately got excited. They quickly agreed with the plan. Although Vern felt scared and uneasy, he still went along with the others in the end. After coming up with excuses for their parents, they grabbed their bags and set off on a 2-day adventure. Looking at the endless railroad tracks ahead, it was not like they had not considered other ways to get there, but this was supposed to be an adventure. Taking a ride would make it too easy, so they decisively stepped onto the tracks. The summer air was hot and heavy, but nothing was hotter than their desire for adventure. They sang along the way, imagining the glorious moment when they would become heroes. After walking for a while, Vern was the first to notice a problem. He was hungry. That was when they realized none of them had brought any food. Vern had even remembered to bring a comb because he wanted his hair to look good if he ended up on TV. Turning back was not an option. The calm and rational Gordy suggested they pool their money and find a nearby place to buy supplies. In the end, all 4 of them emptied their pockets and barely scraped together some cash. At that moment, Chris noticed a train rushing toward them in the distance. They quickly stepped off the tracks, but Teddy remained standing on the rails.
Come on, Teddy.
No. I'm gonna dodge it.
Dodging a train was absolutely insane. Teddy truly was the craziest of the 4. He was always bold and reckless. Teddy came from a troubled family. His father had been a hero in the Normandy landings, but later developed severe trauma and was sent to a mental hospital. Teddy's damaged ear was from when his father, drunk, held his head against a burning stove. As the train got closer and the horn grew louder, Chris finally could not stand it anymore. He rushed forward and dragged Teddy off the tracks. After that brief incident, the 4 boys arrived at a junkyard. They climbed over the fence to get some drinking water. They flipped a coin to decide who would go to the nearby store for food. Gordy ended up being the unlucky one. After buying soda and bread, he returned to the junkyard, but he ran straight into the owner. Panicking, he took off running. The owner shouted and released his dog. Gordy ran for his life. After he climbed over the fence and escaped, he realized the dog chasing him was just a goofy golden retriever. The dog was not dangerous, but the owner had a terrible temper. Hot-headed Teddy started arguing with him through the fence. The owner insulted Teddy, calling him a crazy man's son. That hit a nerve. Teddy might have been unstable, but he could not tolerate anyone insulting his father. In his mind, his father would always be a war hero. As the argument escalated, his friends quickly pulled him away, afraid he might do something reckless. Walking along, Gordy could not understand. It was just something about your dad. If it were me, I would not care. His father had never really cared about him anyway. In Gordy's family, his parents only paid attention to his older brother. His brother was a talented athlete. If nothing had happened, he might have become a professional athlete from their town. But 4 months ago, something did happen. His brother died in a car accident. Since then, their parents were consumed by grief, and Gordy became invisible to them. Teddy and the cheerful Vern quickly got over the incident, but Gordy became more and more down. He seriously asked Chris, "Am I weird?" Chris answered, "Of course we are all weird." Noticing Gordy's mood, Chris tried to change the subject.
You ready for school?
No,
Junior high. You know what that means. The next junior will be split up.
Split up? Why would we split up? Gordy grabbed Chris. Chris told him, "Next year me, Teddy, and Vern are all going to vocational school. We will be learning to make ashtrays or bird cages or whatever. You are different. You will go to college prep classes. You are smart. You should be with smart people." Gordy did not agree. Compared to being with smart people, he preferred staying with his friends. Chris said seriously, "If you stay with us, you will end up just like us. You are supposed to be a writer, Gordy." Hearing that, Gordy suddenly got angry.
fuck writing. I don't want to be a writer. It's stupid. It's a stupid waste of time.
That's your dad talking.
Bullshit.
Full true. I know how your dad feels about you. He doesn't give a shit about you. Danny was the one he cared about, and don't try to tell me different.
After a moment of silence, Chris encouraged him. "You are really good at telling stories. You have to value that. Do not waste it. If your parents are not there for you, then I will be." At that moment, the other two future ashtray makers turned back and called them. They finally dropped the heavy conversation. and continued down the winding tracks. Soon they reached a railway bridge. Now they had a choice: spend a few minutes crossing it, or take a long detour. Crossing the bridge meant risking a train coming at any moment, but they did not want to waste time going around. In the end, bold Teddy led the way onto the bridge. Looking down through the gaps at the river far below, Vern froze after just a few steps. He got down on all fours and started crawling along the wooden beams. He quickly fell far behind Chris and Teddy. Suddenly Gordy, who was at the back, sensed something. He touched the rail and turned around. A train burst into view, roaring forward with thick smoke.
Train!
The two in front started running. Gordy pulled Vern up from the ground, but Vern's legs had already gone weak with fear.